This is half of a 2-hour reflector model that I made, and here, from here towards the ball, is the secondary reflector, and then this is the primary one, and it's good for 2 hours. Here's my T-square. Now if you make one yourself, I think make it out of angle iron or something like that, because I had to, this has a little curve on it, this piece of wood, so I actually had to raise it up here at the back just make sure that everything is pointing exactly straight down onto the model, and it's worked good. I've used a whole ton of cob underneath this, because when you make a model you just don't know what's going on at first. This one worked out really well, where this curve of this met in really nicely with the curve, which is basically kind of parabolic of the second piece. So I'm just moving the laser here, just move things around, so you can see, I don't know if you can see, but anyway, I'm moving the laser down and the light is up on the ball, and I've got the other laser for the other side. I don't think you can see, but anyway, here we go. So it does 2 bounces from this 30-degree angle to hit the ball. Now I want to show you one other thing. So so they all hit the ball, and over here at the side, basically you go along with the straight down laser first, and you make sure that its light hits the ball. And you can see up there that it's hitting it. You move down and it hits it at a different place. You keep going down, and this is what happens. And then this laser light here, this is it hits here, and then it goes and it hits here, and then it hits the ball. So it basically all works, and you get your what did I want to do? I wanted to show you that it hits the ball no matter what. So this one here is actually missing here because there's a mirror missing at the back, but that's okay. So now I'm swinging it up from here to straight up. I'm just showing you that it's hitting the ball all the way through. So it's not quite straight up there. There, it's missing one more time because there's a mirror missing, but I just had a shortage of mirrors when I did this. And another thing is you're going to have a shield. I'm not going to be able to do this with so you have to have a shield here for your solar cook, so that you know, when he's adjusting it he doesn't get a flash of light in his eyes. So this can also be mirrored, and what that means, I can't actually show it with one hand here, is that it actually gives you a little more time, because you can have this mirrored shield here and catch another couple of degrees of, so you can catch maybe 20 minutes of extra light with this shielded like so. And this back part can be that can be insulated, so it's only actually the front here that's going to be taking the light. This really lends itself to measuring the area of your model very well, because you can move the straight down laser to any point above it. So I've moved it to here. You can put a mark on here, and then just move it to up to the middle of the ball here. I think you can see that. And then you would take the measurement between the 2 marks, and you would know exactly the size of your primary mirror. And going this way as well, you just take it to wherever on the primary mirror, go to the end of the primary mirror, and you know, from beginning to end of the primary mirror, and you have got your measurement for your primary mirror just from your model. You know, the area of it. This is a 2-hour one, And I think you can't really gauge here. The size comparative to, say, a Cookit or something like that would be, like, you've got to imagine the primary one is twice that size. Probably quite a bit bigger. Mind you, it has to line up with the path of the sun. I'm going on to another one now that I have. This is a 1 hour reflector. And same deal, I kind of ran out of mirrors, but I made a mistake here in that the secondary mirror doesn't do the nice curve to meet the primary one. And that's not so bad, because this is quite large. Like, you don't, you know, it's not much of a secondary mirror, and it takes all the reflected light for an hour from, you know, will either hit in one bounce or in 2 bounces. And this bottom piece here, this only needs to be mirrored if you extend this out to the full distance. So you'd be probably can go out about here on this and fill in that bottom part. But at some point, you know, you've got to decide how big do you want it. But this is my third model. And I just gave up on this one because I didn't think it's an open clamshell idea. And I did both different sizes because I just didn't know what size to make it, and it's just trial and error on the first attempts. And when you actually measure this, it's not, for the amount of extra effort to make 2 clamshells, you're not going to gain a whole lot, if anything. Plus, you've got to, your solar cook has to be able to reach the cooking pot, and this might be difficult if you have these 2 clams in the way. And like with this one, it's the same deal as the other. You will need, like, this is just a mirror, just to give you an idea. You'll need something like this just to shield the cook, which is fine. And this shields the cook from the rays as he or she is adjusting it. And the good news for parabolic lovers is that this is pretty close to a parabolic dish shape. It's not exactly, but it might be that a half, say, satellite dish, parabolic dish shape will work with this, and it might mean just a slightly different reflector shape here. But you know, parabolic dishes for solar cooking are, the problem is 15 or 20 minutes you got to move the thing. You know, basically every 15 or 20 minutes you have to move it, which is a hassle, and you don't want to be out in the sun if it's 30 degrees or whatever. Anyway, with this is a 1 hour one, and this one here is 2 hour. I'm just going to leave it at that now. Oh, my cob, sorry, I forgot. So the tools I use is, this is a masonry tool. That's kind of useless and for what I do. And I use this for scraping it to size. I also have been using the head of a spoon, and I've been using this. This is a masonry tool, just for smoothing out the cob. And this is old cob. This is kind of junky 2 year in the rain cob that I had left over. I never did anything much with it. Anyway, there it is. So this would extend over the same distance on this side. So the actual thing, if you look at it, would be quite a bit bigger. And these, you know, these can be adjusted to suit your model making. The next model I'm going to make, I'm going to try and do a parabolic trough, and half a parabolic trough, and see if I can use the mirrors to send that in onto the cook pot for an hour or 2 hours. But we'll wait and see. It might not work, it might work great, who knows. But that would be much easier. If it can work, it would be much easier to do. For, you know, you only have to worry about getting the secondary mirror, you know, that one in 2 dimensions, and or sorry, in 3 dimensions. The other one can be curved in just 2. Anyway, bye bye.